Tim from Holistic here. In this video we're going to talk about website design and how to go about designing a website, and what we're going to do is use a case study of a particular website we've just taken on, and I'm going to take you through the process that we use to figure out, well, how are we going to design that website. So this section here is on our site here, and if you scroll down, this is all the different services that we do, and one of the services that we do is website design. You can click on this and this will take you to a page all about website design, and this just enables me to preempt the subject. A website should be memorable, it should be functional, but it needs to be clear as to what it is that you do. People spend a lot of time making it look pretty, it's very nice, but what the and I'm going to show you exactly what this means through a specific example. Let's go to a particular site that we've just taken on. This is the site, and this is some clients of ours and what they do is they sell these products, and they have like a little stand, like a cart stand, that they go and show up at different places, like at malls and places like that, and they sell these products, and it's a great product. And this was their existing website. They knew they needed a new website, but that's about all. And they pretty much, this is a do-it-yourself site, so this is what they built themselves, and they did this through GoDaddy's website building tool, and it allows you to build something like this, which is a fairly primitive site. They created their own logo here. They've got this one where they talk about the different flavors of the Palatas, popsicles in other words. They got a contact page, and they had a history page, so just a little bit about the products. Our goal is to professionalize this site. Now, a key way to think about a website is not so much a Picasso painting as a refrigerator. And believe it or not, a good website is closer to being a refrigerator than is a Picasso painting. And what I mean by that is, for example, what you don't want is a really nice looking website that somebody looks at and says, oh, that's nice, and then moves on and looks at the next website. What you want is something more akin to a refrigerator, where the ice dispenser and drink dispenser is in the front. Because what you want is you want people to interact with the site. You want them to know immediately why they should interact with it. So if it's a fridge, they can get a cool drink, and if they're hot, it'll solve the problem, it'll help them cool down. That's the problem the refrigerator solves. And they can put a cup into the drink dispenser, get some iced water very easily. So there is a very specific thing to do. So you see what I mean by the analogy of a drinks dispenser is closer to what a good website should be than a Picasso painting, because the whole point is that you want somebody to understand what the interaction they should have with you immediately, and that you want them to take that interaction. You want them to be prompted to take that interaction. Now, there's no reason why it can't be a great looking refrigerator, but it's very important that people don't just look at it and say that's nice and move on. Now, if we critique this website, immediately what you get here is, okay, so there are some popsicles, so what is it that somebody should do? And you look at that and think, okay, well, they look nice, and you just move on. And that's the main problem with it. As good as this picture is, it doesn't prompt anybody to do anything or give any benefits or talk about any problems that it solves. So what we do is we go through an analysis with the client when we're first working with them on a website and identify, well, what problem is it that they solve? The problem statement is the key way, the key thought process that helps you to understand what interaction you should have with a prospective visitor to your site and why they should care about it. What problem does the business solve? What do they do? In other words, what are their products? This should be really clear. Why should anybody care about those products? Who is their ideal client? This is very important, because everything about the messaging and styling is best done when we understand who specifically we're talking to, what type of audience, and the more that's narrowed down, the better the messaging tends to work. What they want their visitors to do when they get to the site, and why should they? We've got to give them a reason to do it, to take action. So having established these thought processes, let's show you the first step in the process of building a website. The first step is we detail exactly what the answer is to each one of these questions, and when we know that, we can then start building the design. In the next video, we're going to go through that detailed process. What are the actual answers to the question that we got? And this was very much a brainstorming thing. We got the answers, but it's not that the client automatically knew exactly how to articulate all the answers, but by brainstorming about it and talking about it, we were able to draw that information out of the client. In the next video, we'll go through that detail.